Yo, what's up, everyone? Happy Friday. It's your man Ken Billions on the check-in. Today, my video is Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. And this is never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Now, I started this a few months back, and it took me a long time to come back with Law 2. You know, just doing other things, but I'm about to pick it up. And that was something I was committed to doing every Friday. So if you're looking for the first video I did, then you got to go to my YouTube channel and just type in Ken Billions, kennybris on YouTube, and you will find that. All right, so I'm going to be doing Law 2 today on how you can use enemies. And I'm going to try to tie it to how to use enemies in post-corona and the digital world, all right? Because the whole world has changed. We're in a new normal. The curve has been flattened, all right? So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And again, if you're looking for part 1 that I did, then go to my YouTube channel, just type in Kenny Brisbane, all right? So we're going to get into, I'm not going to waste too much time, but your job is to like and share the video. Like and share the video, all right? And today's topic is how to use enemies. And I'm going to be reading Law 2, the 48 Laws of Power, right? If you don't got the 48 Laws of Power, go get it. And if when you get it, use it wisely, because you can get some gains from it. So let's get into it. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies, all right? Now, that's a shift in thinking, because all of us think our friends are our support system, and sometimes they are. If you got great friends, I want you to know that you're extremely lucky, because a lot of people don't have great friends. And I think in the new world, that the topic of, or the term friend, needs to be redefined. Even family needs to be redefined. What does friends and family look like post-corona? And I like to use post-corona now, especially after quarantine, because the world is different now, okay? We are in a digitized world. We're in virtual reality. So the things that existed before don't exist now. So what does it mean to be a friend, and what does it mean to be family post-corona? Is it blood or is it behavior, okay? Are you my brother because we share the same blood, because we share the same mother and father? Are you my sister because we share the same mother and father? Or is it because there's a behavior associated with that, okay? Same with friend. What does it mean to be a friend now? And that's important, especially when you are coming into business, you're doing podcasting, you're doing branding, and some type of branding, because you're going to start with your friends and family, and then your heart is going to get broke. So it's important that we discuss what is a friend, what is family. Let's get into it, though. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Listen, be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make one. Find a way to make some. What do you guys think of that? Let me run that back real quick, okay? Because I know that is a shift in a lot of people's thinking. You have probably never thought something like that. So let's run that back, okay? Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They will also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend. I'm going to talk about that, because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. Now, be clear on what I'm about to say about when you are making enemies. You don't make enemies just for the sake of making enemies. You actually want the enemy to do something, all right? Now, I wrote something on my board, and number 1 is enemies are free PR. Enemies are free PR. Enemies are masters of public relations for you. I'll give you an example. I shut my blog down, but a few years ago, I had my blog, The Game is Sold, Not Told, okay? And what I realized was clickbait. What I realized is people don't share the articles that they read, or people don't people don't read the articles that they share. People just share things based off the title. And what I realized, if I was able to get under people's skin, they would share my work. Now, interesting, people share things they don't like. Now, that makes no sense, does it? But you can use that on your behalf. People share what they don't like. That's kind of ill, right? I'm sure you've seen it on timelines when you've seen someone say, oh, look at this BS. Oh, this is stupid. But they shared it. Now, that is free PR. So when I was blogging, you know, I would make interesting titles. I remember one of the titles was Black Women Are Raising Bitch Ass Niggas, right? Now, I knew when I was writing it that they was going to share it, right? It was a feminist group that hated my guts, but I didn't care because they was working for me being free PR. Now, they would share amongst their friends and, you know, they would clap back at me, but a few of those people they shared it to liked it. So that's what I was doing. I was in the clickbait business. I didn't give a damn because I found a particular group, not just them, but many groups of people. I would know how to offend, but in my being offensive, I wanted people to do a specific thing. So I wasn't finding or creating enemies just cause I was trying to be contrary. No, I wanted them to do a specific thing because on social media, remember this, people don't share what they like. They share what they don't like. Okay, now if you can figure out how to get people to be free PR for you, that's going to be super effective to your campaign on social media, especially since there's an algorithm in place and these social media platforms, IG, Facebook, they want you to run ads. They want you to boost the post. But the best PR are people that don't like your content. Because in the caption, they're going to say, this stupid MFer is so dumb, I can't believe this. And they're going to share it with their people. Now, I don't know when that started in the marketplace. Since when do people share what they don't like? But that's the interesting thing of cancel culture. They think they're canceling you, but they're helping you, right? But you got to have thick skin because they're going to call you everything but a child of God. So you want to know how to use enemies effectively. Now, I was only talking about in the digital world. In the physical world, you have to be real strategic about creating enemies, right? You got to find a lane for that. I don't think it's wise to create enemies in the physical world because you got to deal with face to face. So be careful with that. Don't take what I'm saying and just go out and just causing mischief. When you create an enemy, you have to have a job for the enemy to do to you. For example, some of you have friends that you don't know why you guys are friends, but you guys just been knowing each other for years. Say they talk too much. So what you would do for them is you would feed them information that you want them to spread. Okay, so it can be misinformation, but you know they're gonna run their mouth. They're a tattletale. They're gonna run their mouth. That's a way that you can effectively use an enemy. Some of us are friends with enemies. It's so crazy because you don't know why you're still friends with these people, but you are for some particular reason. They don't have your best interests. You guys have been at odds, but y'all still keep in contact for whatever reason. You got to learn to use them effectively. They're going to tell your business. You're always going to have to keep your fronts up in front of them. So use them effectively since they're going to be around, okay? I think that makes more sense, all right? But be careful because there is a downfall. You have to know what you want them to do. When I was blogging, I knew exactly what I wanted these people to do, right? And then when that market dried up, when I didn't need them to share no more, I found another market to offend. That was my concern. I was trying to build an email list, okay? So I was purposely creating demographics to dislike me. So I'm going to talk about that too. So listen, number two, listen, friends and family are a cold market. This is why enemies are more effective because your friends and family are a cold market. Some of you guys got websites. Some of you guys got clothing lines. Some of you guys got multi-level marketing business, and your feelings are hurt because your friends and family won't support. Your friends and family are a cold market. Listen what the scriptures say. I call these scriptures. Listen what the scriptures say. Look, be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly. That goes for family too. For they are easily aroused to envy. A lot of the times why your friends and family are not supporting you, see, they haven't adjusted to the new you. They remember you from back in the day. So they can't receive who you are now. Okay, they remember in 5th grade when you had embarrassing moments. They remember they used to sleep in the bed with you. Your big cousin used to beat you up. And now you're trying to be a businessman and businesswoman? Oh, nah. They're not going to go with that. Okay, so now if you do have supportive friends and family, I want to tell you that you are lucky. I want to tell you that you got a lot of grace and favor on you, because the majority of the people don't have that. They don't have supportive friends and they don't have supportive family. But the reason why your friends and the family are a cold market is because they cannot adjust to the way you are today. They haven't changed their perception of you. Even though you might have been doing so much work and changing yourself, upgrading, educating yourself, learning, getting money, doing different things, traveling, they don't see you like that. They still remember you as little cuz, little bruh, little sis. All right. So that's why your friends and family are a cold market. And for real, trying to push a brand, you better off getting people that don't like you to push your shit, because they don't like you, so they're motivated by something. Again, people share what they don't like. In fact, a person that don't like you on social media is going to share your content quicker than the people that you knew forever. So I want you to have thick skin and don't take it personal, especially if you're getting money. People start counting your pockets. People start counting your movements. It's not necessarily their fault, but they cannot see you for the way the world sees you. See, the world knows you now. Your friends and family are dealing with back in the day. And the first thing they're going to say is, I remember when ... Right? Even though it's 15 years ago. See, when you deal in the present and other people deal with in the past, it's always going to be a conflict of interest of you trying to move forward. Okay, so don't get your heart broken in the game. When you're starting your business, you're starting your company, you're doing new things. If you have supportive friends and family, you are lucky. But if you don't, most likely you're not going to. You're going to have to go create a demographic outside of you to be supportive, whether it's raising capital, whether it's trying to find a sales team. Understand, most likely it's not going to come from the people that you knew for the majority of your life. And if you could grasp that concept, then you won't have an expectation. Okay, so you better off using social media automation than you are using friends and family. You know what I mean? So that's my experience in the game, and it's other people's experience in the game. You know, friends and family are a cold market. Let me read this again so you grasp the concept of, right? And this is Law 2 of the 48 Laws of Power. Never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. Now, this was written over 20 years ago. So things need to be redefined. Before, a friend might be people that know each other. Now in the new world, friend has to come with a specific behavior. So I suggest that you create a theme for your friends and family. So to me, friends and family want each other to win. And if you are not a person that is in a space where you want others to win, then you shouldn't have friends. All right? So that's my that's my theme when it comes to having friends. And that's the way you audit to this relationship. Do you want me to win? Are you sabotaging my bottom line? See, when we were children, it was okay for us to know each other in a sandbox. And we didn't have to do anything. Hey, or we could just play with the football together, and we could do marbles together and play jacks. As an adult, friend has to be a specific thing. What does it mean? Because if I'm building something, right? Listen to this. How are you my friend if you know I'm building something, but when we talk, you're not talking about my bottom line, and I'm not talking about your bottom line? So how are we friends? Right? How are we friends? If I got to go out in the world and create a demographic to assist me in what I'm doing, then when I talk to you, I'm not talking about my bottom line. My bottom line is a 24/7, 365 thing. So if we're chopping it up and we're not talking about the bottom lines, you know, whether that's family, whether that's finances, whether that's health, then how are we friends? Now again, friend in the old world was all you had to do was know people for a specific period of time. Now I'm redefining, and you should too, what friend means. Family too. What does it mean to be a sister? What does it mean to be a brother? What does it mean to be a mother and father? Because the old world ideals, when it came to those terms, don't apply right now. It has to be an action associated with those terms. All right. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused with envy. Y'all can relate to that? Some of y'all have fell out this year with people you knew your whole life. For what? Right? All right. They have become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend, because he has more to prove. Now, what does an enemy have to prove to you? That they have to prove their dislike for you. But they won't know that they're being what? Free PR. Trust me. And I'm talking in terms of the virtual world, okay? The people on your social media that don't like you, they will screenshot you. They will share your things with other people and caption it and say, look at this person. You don't care about that because you want your message and you want your link to spread. That's good press. And those people work for free. Yo, it's, I don't know if they still do it now, but it used to be Facebook groups of people talking about me, how much they dislike me. How do I know? Because I would have spies in there and I would love it because I have thick skin. So I don't give a damn what you say as long as you're talking, right? That's all that matters, okay? Hire a former enemy and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. When you usually are murdered or killed or disrespected or sabotaged, it's by someone you know because they know how to hit you. They know your secrets. You've shown your hand. And old world friends, right? Because we got to redefine what these terms mean. Old world friends mean when you guys fall out, they start talking about you and telling your business. New world friends is, hey, if the relationship don't work out, your secrets are still good with me. Now, shame on you if you've been someone's friend. And when you guys ain't friends no more, the floodgates open. You start tattletelling all of their business. Shame on you. But that was the old world mentality. The new world is, hey, sometimes relationships don't work out. And if they don't work out, your secrets are still safe with me. That's real. All right. So let's go to number 3. I talked about this prior. Pick the group of people that dislikes you. Right? When you pick a group of people that dislikes you and they start going hard in their dislike, it upgrades the value of people that do like you. So now they feel like they have to protect you from those people that don't like you. Everybody's not going to like you, and that's a good thing. But you got to engineer who doesn't like you. All right? You got some people that dislike you naturally. We're not talking about that. The people that dislike you, you're going to have to pick the group. All right? So like I said, when I was blogging, I would specifically pick the group that I wanted to talk negatively about me. And I would do that with the title, right? And the thing about it is with cancel culture, it flip-flops, right? 1 minute they don't like you. And then when you create something different that is aligned with their agenda, now they do like you. That's how you use the game. So like I said, 1 minute I said black women are raising bitch ass niggas. Then the next article I wrote is the black man is black women's #1 threat. Now the black men are not liking me. See how it works? See, I'm engineering the way that it goes. Now those same black women that was against me now are like, oh, see, he is cool. Now those black men that was agreeing with that article, now they're mad at this one. You see how I'm doing? But I'm creating that, right? And then I would write something about white people because I didn't give a damn. I'm in the me business, okay? So I was just focused on creating attention and grabbing an email list. I had to have an agenda. So I wanted the people that dislike me to do a specific work. Now, again, people what? Share what they don't like. They hoard the things they do like. Now, that's an important thing as you move forward. Always remember this. People are not going to share what they like. They're going to hoard it. They're going to share what they dislike. Now, if you can make what they dislike and you know those people have a behavior where they're going to carry on your name, then you got to pick the group. It doesn't matter who it is, as long as you are engineering it. You got to be in control of that, because that same group you could pick that dislikes you, they can be turned. All you got to do is have a difference of opinion. The cancel culture is a flip-flop game. These people are governed by pop culture narratives. But you got to know how to use that for your favor to move forward. So that's just some tips and keys for people that's in the e-commerce game, which everybody should be in the new world. You got to have a website. You got to have a URL, stuff like that. All right. So pick a group of people that dislike you. Number 4, focus on your base. If Donald Trump hasn't taught everybody this, focus on your base. Donald Trump has not flip-flopped on his base, no matter how much coverage about him being negative coverage. Oh, drink bleach. It don't give a damn. He's still talking to the same base, despite all the bad press, right? Because guess what? Your base is going to protect you, right? Your base is going to protect you against a group of people that don't like you. It makes them believe in you even more, okay? You got to appeal to your base. One of the mistakes people make is they get a base and then they try to add to the base. No, because the only way you're going to lose that base that you created before is if you flip-flop. You got to stand on what the people came to you for. Don't worry about creating a new base, because guess what? Those people that are your base, they're going to tell their mama about you, their father about you, their sister about you. And as they raise their children up, they're going to push their children into your philosophy. So why go out and try to find new people? It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so I'm committed to my base. So I talk about particular things on my channel. I don't flip-flop. I pretty much stay in my lane, because my only concern is to my base. And I'm expecting my base to go tell other people about me. All right. So I'm not going to never change on my base unless my base doesn't do what I need them to do, because I need you to tag other people in. So for me not to flip-flop and try to get another crowd, then my base has to tag someone else in. So it's a dual relationship. I'm going to stay loyal to my base as long as the base spreads the message, or I'm going to have to go find other people. By that way, it doesn't matter, because this base is inactive. All right. So focus on your base, and it doesn't matter how you feel about Donald Trump. Pay attention to what he does with his base. And you can use that in your life, because it's about getting wins, it's about getting gains, and it's about leveling up and moving vertical, not horizontal. So don't focus on you not liking someone. That's another thing about the new world. Who cares who you like and dislike, right? We focus too much on that. I don't like that. I don't like this. Who cares? What is the fundamental principles in that you can use? Everything can be used. All right, let's go to number 5. Don't be for everyone. Okay, don't be for everyone. When you're not for everyone, this also elevates your base. Your base starts to fall in love with you. Your base thinks more highly of you because you're not for everyone. That's the thing about a luxury brand. A luxury brand is not for everyone. The people that drive Bentleys, the people that drive Ferraris, the people that drive Phantoms, you know why they feel good driving it? Because everybody can't. Okay? When there's some vacations around the world that everybody can't take. Everybody could go to Miami. Not everybody goes to the Maldives. Right? Not everybody goes to Monaco. Everybody could go to Vegas. But the people that go to Monaco, the people that go to the Maldives, they feel a certain type of way because it's exclusive. And in the social justice world, everybody is just trying to be for everyone. But you can't build a luxury brand for everyone. Walmart don't sell Prada. Walmart don't sell Ferragamo. It's specific, no shade. But in order to get the price point that you want, in order to fully level up in the game the way you would like to, you're going to have to be specific instead of being broad. And I know they told you to be loved by everyone. What's the benefit of that? Because a lot of that's not loyal. The moment you say something someone doesn't like, you are canceled. See, when you're not for everyone, your base allows you to grow. Right? See, your base is not going to agree with everything you say, but they allow you to grow. They allow you to be human. They allow your individual flaws. See, your base is there for what they agree with. They're not there. People don't agree with everything I say, right? And I wouldn't expect them to. So the things that I do say that they agree with, they roll with. The other stuff, they don't. They eat the meat, spit out the bone. All right. But that's a thing that in the new world, you're going to have to decide, are you for everyone? Now, when you're not for everyone, yeah, it is a little lonely, but there's value in that though, right? Gold has value. Why? Because everyone can't have it, man. All the things on the planet that cost the most are the things that everybody can't have. You know what I'm saying? People shop at Walmart because the things at Walmart is common, right? Even common sense. People act like common sense is valuable. Common sense is not valuable. It's the thinking that everyone does, right? The value is in having uncommon sense, okay? A sense that is not common to the regular guy. You know, common sense deals with a level of mediocre because it's common. Nothing of value on this planet is common. Okay, it has to be mined. It has to be created. It takes time. It has to bake. All right, so look, enemies are free PR. I discussed that. People share what they don't like. And in order to, in people's campaign to bring you down, they won't even know they're not even working on their stuff. They're working on your stuff, right? Yo, have you ever been in a relationship and the person is against you now? They are working tirelessly to get the whole world against you, but they're not building their stuff up. So I know you guys seen on social media, people are screenshotting conversations. People have long diatribes about people, but they're not selling nothing themselves. The only thing they're trying to get is other people to dislike you. But the bad thing about that is they're not building themselves up. Now, if they were smart, they would be bashing you while selling something, right? Okay, number 2, family and friends are a cold market. What does that mean? The people that you know are not going to be supportive of you. Why? Because they know you. Because they can't fathom you having a come up. Because they know you your whole life. So they still see you as what they knew before. If you was always broke your whole life, now you got money, they can't look at you as you are now. They're going to look at you as the broke person that used to drive the hoopty. They can't see that you pulling up, bending corners, system loud, looking good, skin fire, teeth white. They don't look at you like that. They look at you as the third grader. Now that's their fault, because if they were smart, they would get behind the thing that's moving, that has the ability to elevate the bloodline. Okay, so friends and family are cold market. The quicker you learn that, the quicker you'll be able to scale everything you got going on. Because I know the first place you go to is friends and family. Hey, everybody, support my business. And everybody's like, I don't know about that. Right? That's the game. You got to have thick skin. And what you do is you just got to have a vertical level up and allow people to see what you're doing. You can't sell them on it or nothing. People go off optics and visuals. So if they're going to come, if they wind up being supportive, it's because you campaign it hard as hell. And then they just can't, the light is too bright for them not to see it. You know what I'm saying? But most of the time, they're not going to help you. In fact, they're going to be the ones talking to the tabloids. They're going to be the ones telling your lowest moments. And that's the game, right? That's the game. Number 3, pick a group of people that dislikes you. Don't just be disliked for no reason. Have a reason to be disliked. Now, when you're in control, who likes you and who doesn't, you always have the power. And those people that don't like you, will start liking you. My proof of that is if you ever watch wrestling, right? So I was a huge wrestling fan. And one of my favorite wrestlers would come out, oh, say The Rock. Say The Rock. In wrestling, The Rock used to be what you call a bad guy. He used to roll with these guys called Nation of Domination with Farouk. He was bad. They used to boo him. And then one time he went against them, and now the fans love him. That's how life is, for real. It is just like wrestling. You start out being booed, you do something different in the match, everyone is screaming for you. Hulk Hogan was an American legend in wrestling. When he went to the WCW and he joined the NWO as Hollywood Hogan, everyone booed him. But then when he went back to the regular, everyone cheered him. You see, that's how the game goes, yo. It's nothing but playing on fantasy and playing on emotions. But you have to be in control of who likes you and who dislikes you, okay? Focus on your base. If you was ever unsure about what that means, study Donald Trump. Just study Donald Trump. I don't care what you feel about him, but study the techniques he uses to talk to his base. You know what I'm saying? Make America great again. That's to a particular base, and it ain't just white people. There's conservative black people that feel some type of way about make America great again. There's conservative Mexican people that feel some type of way about. There's people that hate social justice. There's people that want jobs to come back to America. There's people that like the way America was before. Conservative, doesn't matter what you think. Focus on what he does to keep his base engaged, because those that voted 4 years ago, they're going to vote now, especially how they feel like he's handled this quarantine and the fact that the media coverage against him is always anti. Okay, I've personally never seen coverage on a person like that. Obama coverage was not like that. It's every single day. The Shade Room only talks about Donald Trump. I listen to Steve Harvey's show in the morning. They only talk about what he's doing. A Democrat could have just embezzled billions of dollars. They don't report on it. Why? There's an agenda. Now, if I'm a Trump supporter, that's going to make me like him more. You see how the game goes? All right. And the last one. Don't be for everyone. Yo, you can't have a welfare mentality, and you can't let everybody in your system, and you can't let everybody on your phone. You can't let everybody, you can't let everyone inbox you. You have to have boundaries around yourself, around your brand, around your campaign. And if you want to be loved by everyone, I think that's a self-esteem thing, okay? No. You want to have some value about yourself, so you want to deal with people at a distance. Let me read this thing one more time, right? Then I'm going to get out of here, all right? Listen, never put too much trust in friends. Learn how to use enemies. And this is 48 Laws of Power, Law 2. Be wary of friends. They will betray you more quickly, for they are easily aroused to envy. They also become spoiled and tyrannical. But hire a former enemy, and he will be more loyal than a friend because he has more to prove. In fact, you have more to fear from friends than from enemies. If you have no enemies, find a way to make them. But be careful with that, because some of your enemies will smoke you. Okay, so you better have an agenda for creating people that dislike you, because some people can't be turned, and some people will not stop until you are destroyed. Okay, so don't play around with that. Only create enemies if you know that this enemy is going to help your agenda, right? The coverage on Donald Trump is helping his agenda. It's helping him. You know what I'm saying? And he practices the art of positive thinking because his teacher was a guy by the name of Norman Vincent Peale. So this is why when the whole world is against him, he still has a positive attitude. All right? So you got to know how to use the things that's against you, but be very careful, because there's some people that got a lot of times on their hand, and they're not going to stop until you're crushed. So be careful about creating certain enemies, all right? Sometimes it's better to leave a sleeping dog sleep, all right? So guys, gals, this is the 48 Laws of Power. I'll be doing this every Friday. I know I said that before, but I'll be back in action next Friday with Law 3. If you're looking for Law 1, make sure you go to my YouTube page. Just type in Kenny Brisbane or Ken Billions. Also, follow me on IG, Ken_Billions83. All right? Learn how to use your enemies because your friends and family are a cold market. All right? Peace, y'all.